Basically, you're asking, why do bad things happen? Because Allah gave human beings free will, and human beings use that free will to do bad things. We cannot have free will, and yet Allah interfering every single time someone does something bad. You're going to have two things. Either you're going to have no free will and be like an animal or an angel, and you have no reward either, and no punishment and no test and nothing unique about you. Cats, is there anything unique about the lifestyle of a cat today and 3,000 years ago? Same exact behavior. Giraffes, monkeys, elephants, angels, their behavior is one and the same. There is no storyline there. Humans have a storyline. There's a story, there's uniqueness. Why? Because we're the people, we're the creation that has choice. If you have choice, be prepared for bad things to happen, and don't blame anyone but yourselves. Oh, but Allah knows. Why doesn't He stop it? Why do you? We just said, you have choice. If you have choice, you're going to have bad things happen. Okay? And by the way, we're told in the Quran, in the primordial realm, before we came down to this body, it was offered to us, and we chose to take moral choice. Okay? إنا عرضنا الأمانة على السماوات والأرض والجبال فأبين أن يحملنها وأشفقن منها وحملها الإنسان. What does this ayah mean? This ayah means that moral choice, the idea of, look, I can give you choice to behave as you want. You can get a great reward, you can suffer a lot. Okay? You have the choice. Allah said, I offered the sky the choice. We offered the earth the choice. We offered the mountain the choice. They all said no, and they were scared of it. They were scared of such a choice. But the human being said, I'll take it. Okay? So it's our choice. We chose to have choice. And Allah decrees His will through our choice. Okay? It is Allah's will that we have choice. Everything that we do is Allah's will that we will do. Yes. Yeah. No, we had the choice of yes or no. You have a choice. Everyone had that choice. Everyone had that choice. At that moment, Allah gave all these creation a choice. Do you want free will and the will to do right and wrong, and drive your own destiny, so to speak, colloquially speaking, not theologically speaking? They all said no. So at that moment, they were given a choice.
Okay. Now, the question is now, someone can ask,
yeah.
All right, you explained free will, but then what about all the natural things that happen? Why is there so many poor people in the world, and there are like earthquakes happening, and they're getting punished, but they have nothing?
Yes. Okay. Simultaneously to this, there are two answers to this. Number one, there are indirect results. Not everything that happens to us is a direct action. Okay? Is not a consequence of a direct interaction. Okay? So I drive along the street and I have a car accident. That's direct. Okay? Choice. I chose to text while driving. But I get diagnosed with cancer. Hey, what did I do to get cancer? Cancer is likely the result of indirect actions that you're not even guilty of. We're not saying that every consequence is because you're guilty. But we humans chose to make plastic, chose to use everything in plastic. And then the next generation has no choice but to live with plastic. The consequences trickle down, whether we like it or not. You could be totally innocent. Consequences come to everybody. Consequences are not just for the guilty or the innocent, or the one who does it, okay? The entire nation of Iraq is destroyed on the decision of one man, George Bush. If he didn't want to go to war, there will be no war. 3 generations later, they're still living in poverty. Or 2 generations later, still living in poverty. There are kids born today, them and their parents never had anything to do with this war, but they're born in poverty, right? Consequences. They're drinking polluted water, their kids will have cancer, right? So it's consequences, it's domino effect. That's number one. Number two, we are in an abode of testing. When we said, oh Allah, we want to be the people who have choice, test us so that we can get heaven or hell. Allah has the right to test us how He wishes. Forget all human beings, forget their actions. Very quite simply put, Allah has the right to test us. For absolutely no reason, you're born without an ear. For absolutely no reason, he's born blind. Allah reserves the right to test you, okay? And as a result of that, how you react to that will be your reward. Some people go and they do amazing things and have amazing sacrifices and have have horrible enemies, and they're our heroes, right? They're heroes. Some people do not have enemies, do not do anything great, but yet Allah wants them to attain a certain level. How? By testing them, taking their eyes away, taking their mom away. Okay? We're a religion, we're telling you directly, face to face, Allah has a right to test you. And it doesn't mean he doesn't like you. Oh, well, why can't he give me paradise right away? Paradise is created to be earned. It's not created to be handed out for free. If he gave you paradise without you earning it, you wouldn't enjoy it. If he gave people hellfire without them earning hellfire, they would say it's not fair.
Also then speak on the attributes of benevolence
and mercy, because oftentimes people preface the question with, oh, how can your most benevolent, most merciful God allow these things to happen? They'll slip in those two attributes in the beginning to make it a more emotional question.
The benevolence and the love of Allah is about the end result, not the process. Okay? You also have a benevolent mom, she makes you study. The best loving moms, competent loving moms, they don't just let their kids do everything they want. Have Skittles, oh, okay, let's get Skittles. You ever see these moms? Every time we go out, you're only allowed one gift. What? How are you raising kids, right? You're spoiling them. You ever see moms like that? Every time we go out, you're only allowed to ask for one thing. Bro, we got 2 things a year on 8, right? 1 8 and the next 8, right? So that means that these kids, they go out, if they go to the supermarket, he's allowed 1 toy from the toys section, little plastic ball or something like that. They go to the little 99-cent store, he gets to buy a shovel or something like that, right? You're spoiling them, right? That's not a good mom. The good parents, they make you study, read, memorize Quran, do push-ups. Then you can have a break. Out of every 3 things that you did that's useful for your future, you can indulge in your present, right? 1 time. The Chinese, 100 times before you ever indulge. The Indians and the Hindus, 100 math lessons before you get to take a break. Okay? Well, what do you have now? CEOs, all Hindus. Look at the result. Is that a result of them or a result of their parents? It's their parents.